Hey y'all, it's Robert, and today at the Sweet Unpack, we're making this s'more cake based off these S'mores Oreos. I'm gonna start by adding a little bit of frosting to the board. This is gonna be like glue so that the bottom layer doesn't move as I start adding frosting. All right, so I'm just gonna add this very first layer, and then we're gonna do something fun with this cake and add some ganache and some mini marshmallows on the inside so that it all kind of reminds you of like s'mores. So I'm not gonna add too much frosting onto this cake because it's gonna be a filling. So really this first layer of frosting is just a barrier so that the filling doesn't soak right into the cake. It's gonna basically prevent that because there's gonna be plenty frosting in meringue on this cake, so it really doesn't need a lot. Oops. Okay, so I'm gonna add this frosting to a piping bag, and this is basically going to be used to make the dam so that the filling does not come out of the cake. So we're gonna build our dam now, so I'm just piping some frosting around the cake. This is basically just gonna hold in all of our filling so that it does not come out, because that's how you really mess it up. Now that we have that on that, I'm gonna add the ganache, but just enough to be a filling. Now I'm gonna spread that out. All right, now we're just gonna add some marshmallows and some graham cracker crumbs. Probably really won't taste these, but you know, it's the aesthetic, that's all that matters. Okay, so now for the next layer, I could add some more frosting on the top, but I don't think it's necessary just because this is chocolate ganache and it sets up pretty firm. So I'm just gonna add the next layer and press it down and just keep repeating the same process. All right, so I have to do this a few more times. So while I'm doing this, Casey's gonna ask me some more questions that y'all sent in.
How old were you when you started baking?
I was 25, turning 26 when I made the very first cake. So yeah, it wasn't that long ago. So I had no experience either. Remember, like I just randomly picked this up. And I, had fun with it, so.
Are you married and do you have kids?
I'm not married and I do not have kids.
Someone said, I want to know more about your goats.
Okay, so I grew up in a very country town. And so yeah, I always grew up with like livestock and with goats and chickens and things like that. They're my dad's goats, but I just help take care of them. And I always claim Marshmallow, who sadly passed away. But she has her little baby goats now, her kids. And so, yeah, I take care of them now, cream and sugar.
Do you have any siblings? And did you start out selling cakes, then switched to teaching?
Let me warm this up. I have 3 sisters. They're all older than me, so I'm the only boy. And I sold cakes first. Because I just wanted to do it for fun, but I had to fund it some type of way because, ingredients and everything. And then eventually there was these LOL doll cakes and everyone wanted me to make that for some reason. And so I made so many of those that I lost the fun in it because at that point it was so repetitive. And I was like, no, I don't want to do it anymore. So I just started to just have fun again because I don't like to make the same cake more than once if I don't have to. And at that point, I think I made that same cake like 5 times and it was boring at that point. So that's kind of what made me stop selling cakes. And I just wanted to just do different things, just have fun. And yeah, I've been doing that ever since.
Are you hoping to expand your store? I live in Missouri and would love to try out your desserts.
Yes, that is a big goal of mine. That's like my next big thing I want to do, which is like open up multiple stores, like just different places, different locations. But I'll do it when it makes sense. But I'm enjoying, the one that I have right now, but the goal is definitely just to keep adding. And I see that happening. So hopefully soon I will be in Missouri where you can try it. All right, so now it's time to do the crumb coat. So this is just a very thin layer, just to trap the crumbs so they don't get in that final layer of frosting. So it doesn't take a whole lot. Oh, this is really important for like filled cakes too, because this is gonna stop our filling from trying to come out if it was, but I did the dam pretty good, so there should be no issues there. But if you ever have trouble with that, just make sure you do a good crumb coat, and this is gonna you know, kind of stop that from happening. Now I'm just gonna smooth this all the way out. Really, I'm not even smoothing this. I'm just taking off all the excess because I don't need it, because I'm going to cover the outside of this cake with meringue. All right, so I already stacked this one up off camera because it's pretty much the same thing all over again, but I have to add the final coat to this one. So I'm just going to add some vanilla frosting to it. I always find it faster to add the frosting to the side of the cake with the piping bag instead of like trying to smear it around. So I think this is a lot faster. These are some doses doing. All right, and I'm gonna use this grooved cake comb. I think this is gonna look best in like a smooth cake. I did not add enough frosting. I'm gonna add some more. Oh my gosh, it's like the curse of a perfectionist. All right, so I have the final coat on this cake now, so I'm just going to add a border of graham crackers along the bottom before I add it to the next cake. And this is going to be so messy, I know it. All right, so this offset spatula is kind of going to help me like push it onto the cake. This way it's like all covered. It's like a good little trick. All right, so this cake is already covered now, so I'm going to sit this in the freezer so that I can stack it onto the next cake. A freezer full of cake. So the cakes are chilling right now, so I'm going to start working on the meringue because that's the next thing I need to add to the cake. So for the meringue, we have the egg whites and the sugar. So I'm just trying to make sure I have that. Wait, I forgot what I was gonna say. Before I can add the top tier, I'm gonna add these cake dowels. This way the cake's not gonna get crushed, especially because this cake has a filling in it. Well, we can use that. This is dangerous. All right, so I have my 4 dowels. They're all the same size, so I'm just gonna insert those into the cake. I'm trying to do this as evenly as I can. All right, so the dowels are in. Now I'm gonna add the top tier and then I can finish decorating the cake. All right, so this top tier is pretty much frozen, so. All right, so this cake is still really cold, so I'm gonna start adding the drip now just to make sure that it doesn't go too far down the cake. And I'm gonna add some to the top, because why not? I have my bowl of meringue here that I made. So I'm really just gonna smear this onto the cake and then take a torch and really make this look like a s'more, like toasted marshmallows. So this should be the fun part, hopefully. All right, I'm just gonna smear this onto the cake. It doesn't have to really look perfect. The goal is to just kind of look, I guess, a little messy. I guess that's the goal here, which is usually not something I aim for, but it's gonna work for this. Oh my gosh, this is not easy. Okay. All right, now I'm just making it look like little swirls in it, because when it gets toasted, you'll be able to see all those like swirls. So the meringue is on the cake, so now I'm gonna use the torch and we're just going to start toasting the sides of the cake. Torch. Oh, see, I should stop. I'm about to burn it. Okay, like. I'm gonna stop. All right. The next thing to do now is just add the top. So we're going to add some marshmallows, some S'mores Oreos, and some Hershey Kiss bars, and that should be it. And what is this one? Oh my God. All right, I'm gonna add these marshmallows to the top, and then I'm gonna toast those before I continue to add the next things. All right, toasted each one of these marshmallows. Hopefully they don't catch fire, but let's do it. I need to turn this down. Oh my gosh. Okay. No. Okay. I'm also trying not to melt this ganache too much because it's the hot fire right by the chocolate. So I'm just trying to be really careful. No. Okay. My head looks burnt now. Oops. All right, now I'm gonna add these Oreos in between each of the marshmallows. And the last thing to do is add the Hershey Kisses. See the inside of them? They're like chocolate and white. All right, so now I'm just gonna add these Hershey pieces to the very top and then just start adding some decorations around the sides of the cake and then we'll be done. All right, so I'm gonna toast these marshmallows on a skewer and then I can place them on the cake. I'm like, this is the smartest thing out there all day. See, now I can't use that. Oh my God. I tried to blow it out. You know what? I'm gonna put the burnt one on there. It gives it character, you know?
Yeah.
All right, so here's the cake complete. I think it came out really cool. I really like the toasted sides with the meringue, and I think this really encompasses what a s'more is. So I'm really proud of this cake. If you like this cake, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and let me know what other cakes you want to see me make next. Until then, I'll see y'all in the next video.